Aloha, it's Tani here, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make Guava Chiffon Cake. Guava Chiffon Cake is a local island favorite dessert. It is a light, fluffy treat with an island twist. Try it out to impress everyone at any party or family event. Here are the ingredients. The concentrate doesn't necessarily have to be pure guava, since it is hard to find nowadays. First is making the cake batter. It is important to make sure your eggs are at room temperature in order for the eggs to be properly whisked. Whisk the egg whites in a stand-up mixer at the lowest speed. Each egg has different amounts of egg whites, so there is no exact amount of eggs for 3/4 cup. Slowly increase the speed to low-medium after a couple of minutes. When it starts to look frothy like soap duds, then add in the cream of tartar. Check and make sure the mixture looks like it's forming a soft or stiff peak. Do so by stopping the mixer and pulling out the whisk to see if a peak slopes over or is stiff. If it does, reattach and mix it again and slowly add in the sugar. Let it mix for a minute and stop the mixer and check if it's forming a soft peak. If it does, then you can stop and add the egg whites to a large mixing bowl. Set it aside. Next is combining the dry ingredients. Whisk together the cake flour, sugar, baking powder, and salt. Transfer it to the standing mixer bowl. Then add in the oil, eggs, water, nectar concentrate, and vanilla extract. Mix it on medium-low speed for about a minute. Then increase the speed for another 2 minutes until it is combined well enough. Pour the batter into the bowl with the whipped egg whites. Fold the egg whites into the batter. Do not stir vigorously because that will deflate any of the air bubbles that are needed for the light and fluffy texture of the cake. Line the parchment paper at the bottom of a 9x13 pan. To help stick the paper to the bottom, lightly dab some of the cake batter into each corner. Pour the batter into the cake pan and bake it for 30 to 35 minutes. In the meantime, make the guava glaze. In a small sauce pot, combine the cornstarch and guava concentrate. Stir it until there are no more cornstarch lumps. Cook it over medium heat until it starts to thicken and bubbles. Set it aside in a separate bowl. Let it cool to room temperature, then cover it and let it chill in the fridge for 20 minutes. After baking, check to make sure the cake has been thoroughly cooked. To do so, test it with a toothpick by poking it and see if the toothpick comes out clean. If it does, then set it aside and let it cool completely. After the cake has cooled down, loosen the sides of the cake from the pan with a butter knife. Using a platter or big enough board, place it on top of the pan, then flip it over until the cake comes out. Peel off the parchment paper, then using a serrated knife, cut the cake in half. brush the bottom layer with some of the guava concentrate. Add a layer of whipped cream to the cake's bottom half. Add the top layer of the cake back on. Frost the top and sides of the cake with the whipped cream. Let it chill in the fridge for about a couple of hours to set the frosting. After the frosting has set, stir the guava glaze until it looks smooth, then apply it to the top of the cake. Be careful to try not to get the whipped cream mixed up with the glaze. If it does, it just means that the frosting didn't have enough time to set, like what happened right here. After glazing the cake, let it chill in the fridge overnight to set the glaze. Cut it up and serve this onolicious guava chiffon cake. If you enjoyed this recipe, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell notification so you don't miss any upcoming recipes. Mahalo!